Body live here from the KFVS Digital News Desk. We're here with Sydney Waters with the Better Business Bureau. Sydney, how are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. We're glad to have you here. And as we were talking ahead of time, this is a story for folks that have a new homes, either personally or for people that maybe you've known that have gotten a new home. Something that there's a warning about when you get that that hopefully the realtors know about, which I assume they might. But in case they don't, getting lots of junk mail, getting lots of scam mail, people in contact seeing that you have gotten that home and they're out to get you now. Where does this conversation start as far as protecting yourself and all that?
Yeah, so I think, like you said, and as we were talking about before, the main thing is just knowing that when you do purchase a new home, part of that information is public knowledge. So you can expect a wave of junk mail and for scammers to, have access to some of your personal information as well, such
Right.
as the lender that you used and the purchase price of your home. So really, where you're going to see a lot of the new homeowner scams is that mail route.
Yeah. All right. And so we have things like mortgage insurance, which which is a real thing, but it's something where they may not be a legit business. They may not be the real deal.
Right. If you get a piece of mail for mortgage insurance, like you said, that is a real thing, but scammers will try to pose as your lender and sell that to you. And, that should trigger a red flag. If that's something that you haven't talked to your lender about originally, chances are that's not from them.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. And maybe this is like I don't know. It's probably more of an indictment of me as far as answering the mail and and the sense of urgency around anything. But whenever you get that piece of mail that says urgent, something that's really just vying too much for your attention. Well, I never really pay much attention to those anyway, but in this case, it might be,
Shouldn't.
yeah, you shouldn't. So yeah, that's a tactic that scammers use to get your attention, right?
Yes, that emotional language. So act now, hurry, things like that. Your mortgage company or your lender, they shouldn't send things out like that because you
Right.
should have worked all this out originally when you
Yes.
purchased the home.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. And then, of course, things like home warranty, another one of those things that is, well, that's a legit thing, but
Yeah.
it's another one of those things where impersonation or maybe not the best actors involved in that sort of business, or at least targeting you in this case, right?
Absolutely. So that, any of those scams, just general warranty scams saying you've missed a payment, you're
Yeah.
late, act quickly. Warranty, you need to extend your warranty right away, it's coming up to expire, anything like that. Just pull out your original documents, look at those, and, cross reference and see if something seems off. And also, don't call any phone numbers on that piece of mail. Call either from the
For sure.
company website or the original documents you received.
All right, absolutely, absolutely. All right, and so, whenever you're going through something like this, whenever there's a chance that this may not be legit, that you want to double check, what kind of places do you contact? How do you inspect this sort of thing?
Yeah, so the first route is to go directly to the source, check with your lender or
Yeah.
warranty company. But if things seem off, you get some of those red flags like the emotional language, things of that nature.
Right.
Go to bbb.org and it's as simple as typing the name of that company in the search bar, and then the complaints pull up and you can see if there's been issues before. So it's very easy to access that information.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Um, yeah. Anything else today to mention that we may have missed? Anything else to note?
Yeah, a really cool new thing I found out recently is there's actually a website you can go to to reduce the amount of junk mail you get in advance if you're going to purchase a home, you can go to dmachoice.com and you can actually choose to, cut down on the amount of mail that you receive or pick the particular kinds that you're interested in. So that's a very helpful tool.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right, that's good to know, and I was not aware of that, and I'm sure that a lot
I
of folks.
wasn't either.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Always good to have those filters in place. Sydney Waters with the Better Business Bureau. Thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Clayton. Good to see you.
Yeah, and we're glad to have you all here with us today. We're turning back over to Local News Live. Stick around, more just around the corner.